What's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is May 23rd, 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters, located in CERN at Lake Geneva, Switzerland, is going to neutralize U.S. President Donald J. Trump on the date of May 24th, 2026. For alleged links to Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein files, and or crimes committed against underage females. So exactly how this is going to play out in reality on the day of Sunday, May 24th is obviously not known. But Donald J. Trump will either be impeached or arrested for crimes related to the Epstein files. A future scenario in which Donald J. Trump is impeached for violation of 18 U.S. Code 4, which is a misprision of a felony. That is that he knew of sex crimes that were being committed and failed to inform the proper authorities. Or he will be arrested for violation of 18 U.S. Code 4, misprision of a felony, for sex crimes targeting underage females, or for the murder of persons related to the Epstein files, namely Virginia Giuffre, Jean-Luc Brunel, and or Jeffrey Epstein. So essentially, as I've stated in numerous videos for many months, that the Epstein files is a Israeli Mossad operation that is designed to sabotage the presidency of one Donald J. Trump. If Donald J. Trump was in fact guilty of any of the crimes which they claim that he is, this would have been prosecuted under the Department of Justice, the DOJ, during the Biden administration, but they decided for whatever reason not to act on it. And now, since he has won a second term as President of the United States, they plan to frame him for alleged crimes regarding the Epstein files. So before I get into the numerology, which of course is blinking red with Swiss and Israeli implications, I just want to highlight the fact that this impending arrest of Donald J. Trump is going to be flanked by a media campaign the likes of which we have likely never seen. They are going to basically, because there is no hard evidence, they're going to essentially smear Trump with possibly anywhere from 10 to 30 women that Trump allegedly raped. All these women are now full grown, and they will be interviewed on morning shows, podcasts, circuits, as well as sit-down interviews, and they're going to be basically saying the same story, which is that Trump sexually assaulted them, sodomized them when they were underage females. They're also going to produce fraudulent DNA evidence, likely produce a laptop or a hard drive from Jeffrey Epstein. They're going to release a unredacted version of the redacted version of the Epstein files, which shows Donald J. Trump photos, videos, and audio files of Donald J. Trump engaging in sexually illegal behavior with underage females. And so essentially they're going to produce a number of deepfake videos, deepfake photographs, and they're going to basically throw this all out into the public sphere to basically say that he is guilty. When in reality, if they had any hard evidence, of course they would have acted many years ago. Coincidentally, the date of May 24th marks exactly 99 days since the fourth and final trove of the so-called Epstein files was released back on December 14th of 2026. The date of May 24th also marks 114 days since the third trove of the Epstein files was released back on January 30th of 2026. The number 114 or 14 or 41 is found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all. It also marks the 144th day of the year, which again has the 14 and 41 numerology found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all. It also marks the 144th day that Guy Parmelon has been the president of Switzerland, starting back on January 1st of 2026. And again, it has the 114 or 144 has the 14 and 41 numerology found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all. It also marks the 156 days since the second trove of the Epstein files was released back on December 19th of 2025. This, of course, has the number 16, which is reflected in the 16-pointed CIA star found in the logo of the CIA. And most importantly, it marks exactly 204 days since the first trove of the Epstein files was released back on November 3rd of 2025. The number 24, which is also found on the date of May 24th, equates to the letter X, which is known internationally as the symbol of death. When you put two letter X's together and you merge them together, it forms a hexagram, which is found on the flag of Israel. This is important because this is essentially an Israeli Mossad operation whose sole goal is to remove Trump from power via the Epstein files. And it's imperative to note here that Switzerland, which is the first Jewish state founded circa August 1st, 1309, was hosted the first ever Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland, back on, I believe it was August 27th through the 31st of 1877, I think, or 1897. And that is because this is the political motivation to remove Donald J. Trump from power is as a Zionist, because essentially Donald J. Trump is trying to negotiate a peace agreement with Iran, so he must be removed from power because the Zionist establishment, headquartered in Switzerland, namely Geneva, is hell-bent on World War III between the United States and Iran, and Trump is standing in the way, so he must be removed. This notion is reflected in the numerology regarding the Gawker report, which was published back on January 24th of 2015, which also would mark the monthly anniversary of such on May 24th, entitled "Here is Pedophile Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book," and the date of May 24th marks exactly 4,138 days since this report was published. This is a Swiss report from the CIA in Switzerland. It's authored by the CIA, and this notion is reflected in the number 4138, 41 being found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all, and then of course 38, which equates to CH, which is the official name of an acronym for the official name of Switzerland in Latin, which is Confederation Helvetica. So this is has their numeric signature, as all plots do that are orchestrated by the CIA. Lastly, the date of May 24th marks exactly 29,199 days since Donald J. Trump became president, was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. This number 99 is reflected in the 99 days since the final Epstein trove was released back on February 14th of 2026. And it's also because the 29 symbolically, the number 2 equates to the letter Z, and the number 9 equates to the letter I in the English alphabet. It spells Z, and Z is an acronym for Zionism in the English alphabet. So it's virtually certain that Donald J. Trump will be arrested or impeached for crimes related to Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein files, and or crimes committed against underage females. Like I said, they're going to produce a bunch of fraudulent evidence likely discovered during the FBI raid targeting the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico that was formerly owned by Jeffrey Epstein. They just interviewed Howard Lutnick, the current Secretary of the Treasury, about Jeffrey Epstein just a few weeks ago. They interviewed him twice. He will likely turn on Trump and likely implicate him. Like I said, they're going to produce DNA evidence. They're going to produce forensic evidence from computers and hard drives. They're also going to complement this by FBI interviews with these underage females that are going to be paraded out into the public as witnesses of these crimes. So this is all going to come together on the date of Sunday, May 24th. And what's most important here to realize is that this is specifically designed to trigger a second American Civil War, because the CIA plans to unleash the Israeli Mossad and the Israeli National Police and the Israeli Defense Forces that are currently within the United States, and they're going to stage attacks under the guise of Trump loyalists. So once Trump is removed from power, he will likely be killed in custody. Like I've said in these videos 100 times, Trump will never see the inside of a courtroom to face these charges because he will be terminated prior. How that's going to happen is obviously not known. Obviously, suicide, assassination under the guise of a self-inflicted suicide is the most likely scenario. Second being he dies from some sort of medical or natural causes, quote unquote, or that he engages in some sort of altercation with law enforcement and then is subsequently killed in some sort of an attack, physical altercation. Obviously, there are a million other scenarios. He could be assassinated, Jack Ruby style, once he's in custody. But like I said, these are fraudulent charges being brought by a foreign nation, and Switzerland, and then being executed on the ground in the United States by the Israeli Mossad. So obviously, if this happens, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.